At a House Foreign Affairs Committee hearing today, head of the U.S. Agency for Global Media, Kari Lake, was questioned by House Democrats about the state of the agency and broadcasters it supports like Voice of America. These are the top 3 moments from the contentious hearing.
One just recently released the other day after 4 years of detainment by the Russians, talked about the way he was tortured and physically abused and psychologically abused. These are journalists that are there. These are people trying to bring the word of democracy to people that have not. What are you doing to support these journalists? What attention? I didn't notice it in your opening remarks. That should be first and foremost. What are you doing to protect these people?
I agree. I think the safety and security of journalists is very important. I was a journalist in my past profession, and so it's critically important, and I don't think that they've done enough to protect them. I'm thankful that recently, in the last few days, one journalist who was being held was released thanks to President Trump. And, you know, I think you need to ask RFE, Radio Free Europe, what they're doing to protect their employees. I just got to the agency 3 months ago, and what the question is,
I would like to know,
why are we
Madam,
hiring,
if I may, reclaiming my
why
time.
are we
I'm
hiring
reclaiming
more
my time.
Americans?
I'm reclaiming my time, Mr. Chairman. You know, it's sort of like blaming the group that's advocating for these people. What are they doing? I'll tell you what they're doing. They've simply asked for a meeting with you.
It's hard to meet with somebody when they're suing you.
I have a letter that I'd like to ask unanimous consent be put in the record from the President of Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty, the President of Radio Free Asia, the President of Middle East Broadcasting Networks, dated April 30th, simply asking for some kind of communications or meeting with you regarding these issues of detainment. I'd also like to put into the record an article that says audience in Iran and the Middle East surge as funding for Fatah and Allura amid East Israel is in jeopardy. If you look at what's happening, and you look what happened since the bombing occurred and since the war occurred, you just see dramatic increases in the listenership, just proving how vital this is to people that aren't getting other messages. Radio Fatah traffic surged 344%. The Instagram account, 62.5 million increases, a rise of 77%. These are things that are necessary, and you are cutting the agreements. Thank goodness the courts are saying no to you. But why would you ever want to do this here? Why would you not? Why do you better say, I want to know what Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty is doing to protect the journalists, when the U.S. and you have a role in doing it, and you won't even take a meeting from the people that want to meet and discuss the dangers to these journalists. I hope that you will take that meeting, and we get a confirmation from you by the end of this hearing that you will meet them soon and discuss these issues. People's lives are in danger trying to tell the truth. I yield back.
If they would drop their malicious lawsuit, I'd be happy to meet with them, but it would be really stupid to meet with someone who's suing you. And, you know, this is a gentleman who makes about $310,000, $320,000 off the backs of hardworking Americans, and is suing our agency. We've given him all.
An official who's making money off the backs of Americans when we have a commander-in-chief making the money he's making. So I don't.
President Donald Trump donates his salary back.
Gentleman yields back.
Did you conduct or review a written analysis before placing most of the USAGM's and VOA's employees on administrative leave on March 15th, before cutting off payments to USAGM grantees in March, or before announcing a reduction in force at the VOA last Friday? Yes or no?
I've been working in media for 30 years, and in every newsroom across this country in that time.
Yes or no? Did you do?
These are complex questions. They're not yes or no questions.
It's either you did a review or you didn't.
We are right-sizing an agency that has grown and grown and grown.
Did you do a review?
We've reviewed. Yes, we've reviewed.
You've done a review. Do you have a record of do you have a record of what you reviewed?
We have reviewed the number of employees, the number of languages, but most of all, what we reviewed was an executive order, March 14th, by the man who's in charge of the executive branch.
I want to know.
His name is Donald Trump.
Do you have a record that you can produce? The chairman said you had a bunch of things with you. Do you have a record of what you reviewed and who you reviewed
Yeah,
to?
we reviewed the statute.
Do you have a record? Yes or no?
We have the statute, and
Do
we
you have a
reviewed
record?
the statute. Yeah, we can pull that statute
Or
for
if you have it, not the statute, the record of individuals that you reviewed, interviewed, or talked to before you committed your actions of dismantling.
I talked to a lot of people at the agency.
Do you have a record of that?
You could go back and look at emails.
Do you have a record?
Do you want me to pull emails?
I want you to show the record of what you did, Ms. Lake.
Well, you can
Don't
take a
just
look
give
at
me
it.
something that's not verified. Tell me, show me the record, because that's what I hear oftentimes in the business. You have to have a record. Show me the record that you did, what you did. That's all.
It's pretty obvious what we did.
Did you survey? Let me ask this question then. Did you survey employees that was there about waste, fraud, and abuse you believe was occurring at the agency? Did you survey?
We
Since you
know
said
that there's waste, fraud, and abuse.
Did you
There's been
survey the employees? Yes or no?
Why?
Yes or no?
These are ridiculous
Did
questions.
you serve? Simple answers. You either did or you didn't.
Yeah, I guess survey means talk
Did
to
you
and
do it
ask
or not?
questions. Sure, we did.
You did? Then you can provide those surveys. You can show us a record of who you
We
talked
did
to.
not run an expensive survey, but I've talked to many people at this agency.
You didn't do. So you didn't do that either. So this was based on a whim. Okay.
Ranking member, time has expired.
You agree that the characterization of Voice of America's track record is unsalvageable and appalling. Is that correct?
Pardon me?
You think that the Voice of America's track record is unsalvageable, correct?
I think that this agency, U.S. Agency for Global Media, is unsalvageable, that we can pull parts that are decent and we could work with, and that would be VOA.
Yeah, and
we
the
bring it
thing
in.
that's so stunning is that this is an exact set of messaging put out by the Chinese. That VOA is a frontline propaganda tool. VOA is widely recognized as Washington's carefully crafted propaganda machine. This is Chinese propaganda that you are restating
You're right.
as an
VOA is
American
putting out
official.
Chinese
No,
propaganda.
excuse me, but that is absolutely outrageous. That what is happening now is that the Trump administration has gone from 71 employees to 2. 71 to 2 of the people running Voice of America in China.
That's
and
not
now
true.
we have a situation
That's
where
not
you
true.
are essentially parroting the Chinese propaganda. It's for the dismantling of Voice of America. So what do we have? We have the Trump administration cutting all service personnel of this agency. We have the head of the Trump administration who's over this agency parroting Chinese propaganda, and all we are doing is ceding America's critical voice. We are the counterbalance in the world of democracy against China, against North Korea, against Russia, the Americans, the United States government. We are the voice. We are the voice of democracy. We are the voice that the world relies on for accurate information, just as Representative Kim implied in Iran. A member of the opposing party, this is Republican and a Democrat agreeing that the Voice of America is critical, and you are gutting it, dismantling. If you had concerns, why don't you just fire the people who are giving information you don't agree with and hire some others? Why are you just throwing the entire agency out, ceding America's role in the world of information to the Chinese, our enemy of disinformation? You know, we have had multiple hearings of this committee, multiple, being very concerned over propaganda and disinformation that the Chinese are propagating in our country and throughout the world. And instead of stepping it up and fighting harder and bringing American might to the fight and the truth of what we believe in, we're saying, take it. You can have it all. We're just going to go away because we don't believe what we're doing anymore. And that is absolutely outrageous. We are ceding all of our soft power in the world to our adversaries because the Trump administration doesn't believe in accurate truth. And I just cannot for the life of me figure out why it is that you want to do it. It's just unconscionable to me, and unfortunately, I'm out of time. I yield back.
Maybe you should run for president. Because
I'm a member of Congress, and I'm very happy where I am. Thank you.
Okay. Well, because the president won with an overwhelming mandate, and the president has the right to put forth an executive order, and I have the duty to effectuate that
We
executive
have
order, and I'm
roles and
doing that.
responsibility of oversight as members of Congress, and that is exactly
have a
what we're doing.
responsibility
And I
to
don't
the
think the
American
president
taxpayer?
campaigned to cede all of American propaganda, all of American information to the Chinese. I don't think that that is exactly what he
Well, we're
ran
gonna
on. I
stop
don't think
the
that's what the
Chinese
American people
propaganda
voted
from
for.
being aired
So I
on
disagree
Voice
with you
America.
completely.
For more Congress clips, stay right here, and thanks for watching.